In this video, I want to look at like 8 months of video clips to see how much I've improved at Muay Thai in the 12 or so months that I've trained. It's been a year, I can't believe it. And unfortunately, I only have 8 months of footage, but I think that'll be good enough for this relatively low effort video that we're putting together. Anyways, this video is May 28th, 2024. I tore my right hamstring 2 weeks into Muay Thai when I started February 2024, and so for a lot of the coming months, I just couldn't use my right leg as a plant leg because that would extend the hamstring. And so I'm very, very wary and conservative about how I use my left leg. See, I'm just hesitant to throw anything with my left leg. And coming from a Taekwondo background like me, that is not a good thing to only be able to use one leg. It's like being able to use only half of the weapons and all of the weapons that you have. My boxing isn't great. It still isn't great, but here especially, I keep my hands low, and I've never been a super fast or reactive guy, and so I don't really have, and I still don't have, the reaction speed or reflexes to be able to just slip and dodge. I don't know what that defense was, a weird chicken wing thing. I guess I'm keeping my head safe with that elbow block, but it's not particularly effective. Like, a lot of times people have caught on to that and just started throwing stuff to the body, and so I've tried to stop using that more recently. So you see, hands low, lots of Taekwondo, and this is my bread and butter, right? Like, I have way more experience doing this than I do at Muay Thai at this point and still. So I'm very, very comfortable switching stances, bouncing around, moving on the outside, and just playing that long distance, you know? Here I am sparring Jake. Jake is big as fuck, he's strong as fuck, and he doesn't really have to try against me, to be honest. He really could just beat me up if he wanted, but thank you, Jake, for not just beating me up. We're in November at this point, so my hamstring is mostly healed, but I'm still very, very hesitant to throw anything with my left leg because, remember, throughout the entire summer, I was just hurting. It was aching. I couldn't really sit properly, and so I just didn't throw it. I didn't throw any left kicks during training because my right hamstring was still messed up, and I couldn't use it as a plant leg because the hamstring would extend. And so I could still throw right kicks, and that's what I still threw a lot. And here, you can see that I'm keeping my hands up more, but I'm still darting in and out. That's something that I don't stop doing. But throughout the summer, I worked on a lot of boxing, and I really wanted to work on keeping my guard up. Just being smarter with it. And I'm not perfect, but I think that I do better at being aware. You can see that I just have a little bit more awareness in closer distances. This is January 2nd, 2025, another spar against Jake. Lower intensity. You can see here even more that I've slowed things down. I'm more inclined to use a high guard and work inside, taking shots. I think that's one of the biggest improvements I've made, is just being able to take shots and not like overreact to them. I still don't have the appropriate reaction to taking a shot, which is like maintaining complete focus and powering on, but it's not like I get as stunned as I used to be. Nice Taekwondo side kick there. We're out of frame. Here, I'm still trying to... Oh, there we go. We're trying to get in. And I think I clipped Jake there. That was nice. Anytime I can land on Jake, I'm happy because he's so long. He's more skilled than me. You can just tell he doesn't have to try as hard as I'm trying. But I'm using the high guard more, and I'm more inclined to get inside. I'm trying my best. I will revert to Taekwondo sometimes, here and there, but that's just my bread and butter, right? Like, it's hard to unlearn that shit. January 7th against Dier. Alright. In this clip, I land like one good move, but get mostly beat up. So, that'll be kind of the story going on here. Dier is just really good at being long, man. His boxing range is like my kicking range. He can see everything that I throw coming, man. Or that's what it feels like anyways. Being stationary and trying to just tank shots to get in did not feel appropriate, I think, in this context. Oh, I got dumped. Damn. A lot of times, if I'm getting like jabbed up, I'm like, okay, I gotta move more. I gotta try to maybe not move faster, but just not keep my head in one spot to jab or not stay in the same range for too long, right? He's just waiting for me to come in to counter, man, and so I'm like, ah, fuck, what do I do next? What do I do next? And now, hands are low. We're like, okay, fuck it. We're gonna do Taekwondo. Muay Thai isn't working here, so let's try Taekwondo. Oh, I get punished for doing Taekwondo. But every style has its weaknesses, right? Oh, oh, got him. And that's the one good shot I'll land in this spar where I otherwise get beat up. Alright, January 9th, 2025, against Brian. For the internet randoms, this is my coach of Maverick Muay Thai. We're about the same height. Brian's a little bit taller, but he's just vastly more skilled, and obviously, you see that here. Like, mentally, I'm locked in, and I just get caught with everything this spar, y'all. I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to use Muay Thai. But sometimes, when you just can't get inside on someone to throw boxing, I like to throw a kick and then throw boxing after that, and use kicks as entries. But when your kicks as entries just aren't working, you're like, what the fuck do I do? Or I guess I should say I. But as you can see, the main improvement that I've made that I can see since the oldest video and the first video clip in this compilation is my defense is just a lot better. And that's something I've been fucking working on, y'all. I've just had so many rounds where I've just been in the high guard and I've had people try to beat up on me. And I think that's worked. I think I've gotten better at defense. Like, I'm a little bit more aware, I think. And I'm better at keeping my hands up. Not all the time. Especially when I go into Taekwondo mode. It's almost like I can't bounce around with my hands up. I should really bounce around like a Dutch boxer, if anything. But, like, I'm better at keeping my hands up. And honestly, that's such a small thing. But when you go from taking like 50% of someone's thrown shots to 25%, or whatever ratio you want to use, you're just taking a lot less damage. And it feels good to have made that improvement and to see it in the clips anyways. This bar looks like he's Lurdzilla and I'm one of Lurdzilla's like chump opponents. Alright, last clip of the video. Against Jake. So I have the most bars against Jake, so I guess that's the best barometer of performance for this video. But yeah, look at that high guard, y'all. I'm keeping that shit up. I'm not gonna get hit by any kind of fucking head kick. And against Jake and against a guy with legs that fucking long, that's a real risk and a normal risk. I'm very happy with the way that my high guard has progressed, if anything. I still have moments where I drop my hands like there I should just keep my shit up. But I become more aware of what people throw back at me, and I'm better at just protecting my head. Honestly, I'd rather take a body shot than a headshot, y'all. I'm not trying to get CTE. So there's a little karate blitz that worked, and that's something I've always used, is that little 1-2 and then step in and then throw the cross with your initial jab hand. It'll work like once on people per sparring session until they forget about it. Anyways, there's the video. 1 year of Muay Thai, and my defense has mostly improved. My stance has become more Muay Thai-like, but there's still a lot of things to work on, as always. Yeah, thanks for watching, y'all.